If you thought August was good, just wait until you see how stacked September is. I'm not just talking about new Travis Scott Jordan 1s. I'm not just talking about new Jordan collaborations, not all the new Kobe colorways we're going to be seeing, but we have some really unique Nike collaborations too, and there are going to be some unique drop methods we'll see as well. Today, I'm going to be going over all of the best sneaker releases in August, along with their resale predictions, their retail, and release date. If you guys recall, I promised that August would have better shock drops than July did, and we saw that with not just the sneaker stashes, but the massive Kobe Sneakers Reserve shock drop that we just saw a couple of days ago. But what if I told you that we have some even better stuff planned for September? As always, I'm going to post the early information inside of Endurance, which you could join with the link below. And on that same link, you could get completely free notifications for shock drops and guides, and free Chick-fil-A meals too, so why not check it out? This is to give you a taste of everything we offer outside of sneakers, like stock investing, sports betting promotion exploits, Amazon FBA, price glitches, ways to save on food and gas, and much more. But with that out of the way, why don't we get started, because September has a lot to go through. Kicking it off with September 5th for $135, we got the Dunk Low Silver Surfer. Although this is a very cool concept, unfortunately, like most Dunk Low colorways recently, especially with this particular material, I would have to say these are just going to be personals, especially with a retail of $135. Then on September 6th for $130, we got the Puma Stewie 3 Harry Potter. Unfortunately, I would have to say these are also going to just be personals, like most Pumas. Now, more importantly, on September 6th, this is where things get a lot more interesting, because we have numerous Kobes releasing. They're all Kobe 8s, different colorways. First, we got the Kobe 8 University Red. Then we also have the Kobe 8 College Navy. We have the Kobe 8 Wolf Gray, and we have the Kobe 8 Lakers Home, and finally the Kobe 8 Hollywood Nights. Now, I'm expecting all of these in sizes 10 and above, at least to be lunch money. So it's not going to be any crazy profit, but you should be able to make at least some lunch money off of those large sizes, especially sizes 11 and above, the bigger being the better. But I think the standout ones from these colorways will probably be the Lakers Home and also the Hollywood Nights. Not by a huge margin, but I do think those will perform the best. Then on September 7th for $225 each, we should be getting the Jordan 5 El Grito, and there's actually two colorways of these, although only one colorway is absolutely confirmed. The other one is sort of a mock-up right now. We don't really know what they're going to look like. Either way, when it comes to both of these, despite this colorway looking really nice in my opinion, like most Jordan 5s, I'm still expecting these to just be personals, especially with the higher retail at $225. So just personals, but really unique nonetheless, and I think they will still sell for over retail by a small margin at least, but after tax, after fees, I don't think you'll be able to make much. Maybe if you have some local buyers, best case scenario. We'll see as we get closer to the drop though. Then on September 12th for $125, we got the Puma MB04 La France dropping. This is a really nice colorway, but unfortunately, like all recent Pumas, I will still have to say these are just going to be personals, even with the low retail of $125. Also on the 12th for $150, we got the Nike Book 1 Python. Even though there were some Book 1s that did pretty well, unfortunately, I can't say the same for these, especially because the retail is now higher at $150 on these, so just personals. Then on the 13th, we got the Air Foamposite 1 Dark Neon Royal dropping for $240. This is very similar to one of the most classic Foamposite colorways, although it is slightly different. I still think there's going to be decent demand on these, enough for these to definitely sell out, so don't sleep if you do want a personal. But in terms of profitability, with the retail that high, I'm pretty skeptical for the most part. But when it comes to size 13 specifically, I think there might be some room for some lunch money there. Nothing too crazy, but just a little bit of lunch money. Usually size 13 tends to do really well in Foamposites. Then on September 14th for $180, we got the Jordan 1 High Midnight Navy having their full release. Unfortunately, these are already far below retail, despite being such a nice colorway, which I really find difficult to understand. But then again, Jordan 1s have been losing a lot of hype over the past 2 years, so I'm going to have to say obviously personals only, and you could get them for below retail in the secondary market if you want them. More importantly, on September 14th for $200, we're getting the Peaceminusone Nike Air Force 1 Paranoise 3.0. Obviously, we've already seen the 2.0 and 1.0 pairs of this release in the past, and if you recall, on the 2.0 pair back in 2019, they actually released through a very unique shock drop, which was an absolute cookout for all Endurance members. Now, when it comes to these, I'm expecting these to maintain close to that same level of hype, so you could definitely expect them to be very profitable with an incredible margin, regardless of what size you get, so definitely want to go full throttle on these. And of course, these make for some really awesome awesome personals too. But we are not done with these unique Nike collaborations. In fact, here's an even better one. We got the Verdy Nike SB Dunk Low Visty. So this collaboration actually has a ton of hype, despite it looking kind of random, despite it looking kind of strange and maybe hard to pull off. Believe it or not, there's a lot of people who really want these in their collection, even if they're going to be difficult to wear. And I must say, I'm very impressed with how creative they were. I don't know if I'll be able to wear them, but I definitely want them in my collection. So unique with the color combination and all the materials. And with a retail of $135, you could definitely expect these to be extremely profitable with an incredible margin. So definitely make sure you're on the lookout for these and expect some skate shops to do some shock drops for these, not just raffles. So make sure you're paying attention to your skate shop monitors. If you do need good monitors for skate shops or any website for the matter, again, check out Endurance with the link in the description below. But the 19th actually isn't done. Also on the 19th, for $210, we got the Kobe 9 Elite Low Protro Halo. Now, unfortunately, with a raised retail of $210 versus the Kobe 8 retail of $190, I think that does really eat into the potential lunch money that these did have. Nonetheless, I do still think there is potential for there to be some brick profit, maybe some lunch money potential on the very large sizes like 11 and above, but don't expect a good margin on these because that $20 difference really is eating into the already small profit I would be expecting for these. But they are a great personal pair too. All white Kobe, can't go wrong with these. And on September 19th, for $250 it's claimed, but I'm pretty sure these might actually be $225 because of what we saw happen with the Jordan 3 Ma Maniere, where those were stated to be $250 but they ended up being $225. So I think it's going to be the same situation with these where they're actually just going to end up being $225, hopefully at least. But anyway, this is the Ma Maniere Jordan 4 Phantom in women's sizes. I definitely would think that these are going to outperform the Jordan 3s. Unfortunately, those Jordan 3s did end up bricking, but when it comes to these, the Jordan 4 model in general has more demand. Not only that, but this is a nicer colorway too. I think at least there's going to be lunch money potential on these, especially if the retail is just $225, at least when it comes to the large sizes, 10 and above, especially 11 and above. So I would suggest going for those, at least as of now. I'll keep you guys updated, and these are also fantastic personals too. There's another colorway for these two, which we'll talk about soon. Then on the 21st, for $140, we got the Jordan 1 Low OG Mocha dropping in the United States. I say that because actually tomorrow they're supposed to be dropping in Europe, and I wouldn't be surprised if the price ends up plummeting before the US drop. But as of now, it's looking like there might be some potential for brick profit on the large sizes, especially because these look so much like a Travis Scott Jordan. It's almost like a poor man's Travis Scott Jordan 1 Low. But unfortunately, I think stock is very high on these, so we'll see after the Europe drop if they end up completely bricking. But as of now, I think there might be a little room for a couple dollars profit in the large sizes. We'll see. Then on the 25th, for $115, we're getting the return of the Dunk Low Ceramic. These are actually still holding up for profitability, and I am expecting them to remain somewhat the same in value. Of course, expecting a little bit of a decrease in value, but enough to still be profitable for about lunch money, especially in size 10 and above. Nothing crazy, but should be a good opportunity for a couple bucks profit. Then speaking of Travis Scott, we actually have a real Travis Scott, not just a poor man's Travis Scott, dropping on September 28th for $150. This is the Jordan 1 Medium Olive. This is a colorway that's been hyped up for quite a while and was actually delayed, but yes, they are finally going to be releasing on the 28th, so a lot of people are really looking forward to these. Obviously, you could expect these to be extremely profitable with an incredible margin, full throttle on all sizes. I don't think I need to spell it out. Also on the 28th, for $200, we got the Jordan 12 Wolf Gray dropping. Like most Jordan 12s, I would expect these to just be personals though, and you'll probably be able to get them on sale if you are patient. And the same should go for the Jordan 5 RKO Brown, which should also be dropping on September 28th, probably for $210 or $225. Either way though, they're definitely going to be personals, and you might even be able to get them on sale. I think they might be delayed, but either way, it doesn't really matter. I don't think you guys care about these. And more importantly, on the 28th, for $250, but again, it might be $225, we have the Ma Maniere Jordan 4 Fossil Stone. This is the other colorway from the Jordan 4 Ma Maniere collaboration. I think both of these, again, have potential for profitability in the large sizes, particularly if the retail is actually going to be $225. And also, these are great colorways. They look super similar, very, very slight color and material differences, but I definitely need them in my personal collection. Let me know what you guys think about them, but overall, if they're $225, I am pretty optimistic about resale on sizes 11 and above at least. Then for some releases that don't have precise dates but are going to be dropping sometime in September, For $150, we got the Dunk High Wu-Tang. This is a pair, one of the few Dunk Highs that I actually do think has potential for profitability, even with the retail of $150. I think there will actually be enough demand when it comes to these for some profitability, even if it's only brick profit to lunch money, particularly in the sizes 11 and above. I mean, just ask Martin Shkreli. I'm sure he could tell you exactly why. And then we have two colorways of the Tekken 8 Nike Air Foamposite 1 dropping. First, we have the Jin Kazama colorway. It's coming in Photon Dust, Metallic Dark Gray, and Off Noir. Then we also have the Kazuya Mishima, which is coming in Armor Navy, Metallic Dark Gray, Burgundy Crush. Now, this is the pair that we actually already saw release on July 20th via Sneaker Stash. As always, the early information was posted inside of Endurance, so shout out to anyone who was able to get these. They are super limited, and I'm expecting these to remain super limited for their global release sometime in September. There's no confirmed date as of now, but of course I'm going to keep you guys updated. Anyway, when it comes to both these, despite a retail of $250, these are definitely going to be one of those foamposites that is always going to remain quite high in value because they're very limited and there's now some hype attached to them too. I am expecting these to resell for quite a lot still. You already see one of them is still selling for around $800. I would expect the price to, of course, drop after the global release, but nonetheless, it should still be plenty to make a good amount of profit with an incredible margin. So definitely full throttle on these. The larger size will be the best, but I'd suggest going for any size you could get. Anyway, that's going to conclude it for September. We have a really good month ahead of us, and that's only right now. There's going to be a lot of stuff that pops up throughout the month. As always, I'm going to keep you guys updated, so just make sure you subscribe and enable post notifications and join the free Discord with the link in the description below. This way I can give you guys more urgent updates, free guides, shock drop alerts, and more. And if you're looking for early info for some of the upcoming shock drops or more beyond sneaker reselling, definitely check out Endurance as well with that same link in the description below. But other than that, have a fantastic rest of your day, and of course, good luck on all these releases.